Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a great day and a great week. If not a great day and great week, then at least hopefully a good day and week. Last night I watched two things. I split my time between the Pittsburgh Penguins home opener, and they lost. Boo, and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I am going to break down the Salt Lake City drama and do a little bit of a rant, as you know. So let's get right into it. Angie K confronted Meredith after hearing the rumors about her husband from Monica. And know what that face was. So she pulled Meredith aside, said, I would like to talk to you. Okay, sure. She says, listen, I heard the rumors. I heard what you're spreading these rumors about my husband, about our marriage. Meredith had said, nope, it was not me. I did not spread any rumors, but I have heard these rumors. Whitney is sitting right there. Like, Whitney's here, Monica's here. With them, and Whitney brings up the fact. Whitney jumps in and says, "Hey, you did say that there were rumors and that you have dirt on Angie K and her marriage. You told me in the airport, and you're lying because you have them." Meredith was hanging in there until Angie started yelling at her and said, I've been faithful to my husband. We've been married almost 30 years. You're the one here. You're the one who's out there spreading your legs. Meredith, like I said, Meredith hung in there until that. And then at that point, she just said, I don't talk to people who don't respect me. And you're not going to disrespect me and talk to me. And then she walked away. Angie followed her over to the other area where she was talking to Lisa. And Angie said in front of Lisa, she had said to Lisa, did you like it? Did you like it when Meredith did this to you last night or last year? Did you like it when she did this? And Meredith is kind of like, and remember last year, it was rumored that Meredith was the one that was spreading around like the blowies for jazz tickets. That's I don't know that that's a promotion that the Utah Jazz will ever embrace, and that's blowies for jazz tickets. And Lisa off camera is like, I can't believe she's doing this again, that she's bringing up rumors about somebody else's marriage. Listen, sister, listen, Linda. I don't know that I would go so hard on Meredith about this, because she was the one, Lisa was the one that last year was caught in, well, not last year, but the year before, was caught in that hot mic moment where she was screaming about how Meredith's a whore and she's effed everybody in New York City. So I don't know that I would really say that. And the ladies are all talking, and Lisa's like, what's the rumor? I haven't heard the rumor. What are you talking about? Monica said the rumor, and Lisa's like, I don't believe it. On my kids' lives, I have never heard that. I haven't heard that. Nobody has heard it. Like, the only person that has heard it, that admits to hearing it, is Heather. And Monica is like off camera. She's like, everybody's heard the rumors. They're lying. They've all talked about it, which, to be honest with you, they probably all have. I mean, I'm not saying for certain, but I would imagine that they probably have. I mean, the streets are loud sometimes. And I thought it was funny though. Heather was like, if you're a guy in Utah and you wear a cardigan, then people are going to think you're gay. So if you're a guy, don't go to Utah and wear a cardigan if you're not gay. I don't know. Also in there, Mary, amongst all of this, Mary is more worried about getting her food. So Lisa set her up with someone at the party that's a worker to get the food. And I was rude. No surprise that I thought it was rude that she was like, are you going to put it in the box for me? He's like, no, you can put it in there. I don't have gloves on. Oh, okay. So it's because you're lazy. I didn't like that. I just don't. Listen. And then on Watch What Happens Live afterwards, we find out she didn't even eat the pizza. She left it in the car. I just don't. She can be funny, or sometimes she can just be ignorant. And she was just ignorant. And Lisa is, once again, she's saying about how, like, she's wondering how she can move on to with this friendship with Meredith, when Meredith is playing the victim, when in her mind, Angie is clearly the victim. Well, Angie and herself, because her party was ruined. Next up was Angie and Sean at home. And she tells him, hey, listen, this is the rumor that Meredith is spreading. He's really upset. He's upset for the fact that they're coming for his marriage with claims of infidelity, because in the Greek Orthodox Church, infidelity is a sin, is very much frowned upon. It's almost like it's a crime. And he started crying, and I felt bad for him because he was saying, what's going to happen when Electra, their daughter, hears about this? And then she's going to think that I would do this to the family, and I've worked so hard to be her hero. And Angie was like, listen, she's not going to believe this, and you're still her hero. And please don't let this bother you. And he was like, well, that's it. I don't want Meredith in our house. I don't want to be around her, and she is never to be in our house. Which, listen, I understand that. Next up, Monica. Monica, this was with her kids. She was waking her kids up, taking them to school. I'm gonna tell you, the one thing that I will admit, I do watch certain Housewives cities to see the opulence, especially like Beverly Hills. Why couldn't I think? Especially Beverly Hills. That being said, I really do enjoy seeing a housewife who is a single mother, who doesn't live in a mansion and is just looking like everybody else in America, who's not part of the 1%. I enjoyed seeing that. And I thought it was funny how when she was taking her kids to school, she had said to her one kid, well, you said the B word, and that's not great. And the kid was like, I know, but I really meant to say boner. He didn't think that boner was a bad word. So next up, Lisa and her son Jack went to a spa. And I thought what I got out of this scene was when she was talking about them going to the temple, and she said that Jack and his dad go to the temple, but she won't go. She goes to church every week, but she won't go to the pretty temple because she doesn't feel worthy. I don't think that's a religion that I could embrace. I mean, for a number of reasons. If you are a Mormon, then good for you if it works for you, but I don't feel that you should have to feel worthy to go into the house of God and pray and feel a part of a religion. I think that's her. That's on her. If she doesn't feel worthy, then that's fine. But I don't know, because I just don't, it doesn't sit well with me. I just didn't like that at all. So that's what I got out of that scene. That's the only thing. Next up was Lisa, Whitney, and Angie. They went over to Angie's house. Angie's house, once again, it might be a lovely house. It's too white. Like, there's no color except on the dog. They talk about the rumor, and Lisa's talking about the stress that she she had last year off camera. She was like, the stress that I had last year, it's a good thing she has somebody to talk to, because last year, the stress that I had to deal with, I would just eat a burrito at bed. I was like, okay, note to self, I might need to start stress eating a burrito at bed. Lisa had said that she's thinking of maybe pumping the brakes on her friendship with Meredith, because she did the same exact thing to her last season. And now she's just changing it up and putting all of this on Angie. And Whitney basically is just like, listen, don't worry yourself with it. Meredith is not worth it, and just put it out of your mind. But then Lisa says, why is Monica saying so much on this? And Whitney stood up for Monica and basically said that she knew, but she wanted to let Angie know, so that Angie knows that she's out there. She was being a good friend, and she was just being a good friend, and she wanted to let her know that it's out there. And then Whitney says that Monica is Meredith's decoy. But for real though, isn't she kind of Whitney's decoy too? Because, I mean, Whitney obviously knows this rumor as well, but she was just making Monica get it out there so that they were both having Monica get this out there so that they can keep their hands clean. I mean, Whitney is standing up for Monica now. So, I mean, we'll see in the future. I just thought that was kind of odd. Talk then turned to Jack's mission, and in relationship to like Jack's mission and how Heather was talking about it. And Lisa basically is just saying, listen, it's really none of her business. Angie then mentioned that Heather invited her over to her house. They showed a clip. They were painting, looks like they were painting birdhouses. And Heather had said that she apologized for the fact that it was so hard for her. People went so hard for her in Palm Springs, and she really didn't show up for her. She didn't have her back at all. And she said she felt bad for that, and that she would really like to move on. And it was kind of an odd reaction because Lisa like kind of flipped out a little bit. She was like, well, she had the whole what about me? Like, well, where's my apology? Where's my apology for how I was treated? Where are my accolades for how I handled that? Now listen, it's not about me. Well, first she said, I'm happy for you. I'm happy, I really am. This is not about me, but where's my apologies and where is my accolades? Listen, read the room, Lisa, because you and Whitney showed up at Angie's house to make her feel a little better for how crummy the day before was. And here you are taking that away from her. I mean, because obviously Angie was feeling good about talking to Heather and maybe having things move forward with Heather. And here's Lisa. Well, what about me? Where's my apology? Where's my accolade? Why aren't people apologizing to me? No. Next was Meredith and Brooks. They were going snowshoeing. I don't understand why Brooks was driving in goggles. I don't know. She does recount a story of the day before. Her and her friend had left the event. Her driver, there was a snowstorm, and her driver kind of lost control a little bit. They thought they were going to go over a cliff. They ended up in a snowbank, and Meredith was kind of a little shaken by it. And she said that made her realize that she wants to spend her time with people that matter and not worry about this stupid stuff. That's why they're going snowshoeing. So next was Monica and her grandma and her mom. They were headed over to the senior center. They stopped off to get McDonald's. I don't know what it is with filet of fish. I don't know if like McDonald's is like sponsoring them or something, because this is the second week of a filet of fish. Nana was hungry. I'm going to tell you, I understand Nana. Nana was hangry before she got that fish in her. They get to the senior center. Monica plays some cards with the seniors for a little bit. And then her and her mom went and got some coffee and had a little talk. And listen, it's clear that her and her mom do not have that great of a relationship. Her mom says she went on a date and then he ghosted her. Reason why is because she told him she's celibate. She's not gonna give it up until she's married. And her mom's no longer a Mormon. Now, her mom was saying, oh, well, your kids need to the girls need to go to church and they need to pray every week. And Monica is real confused because she had said, well, you remember, you called me and apologized for making me be a Mormon, for making me go to church, and apologized for everything the church did. And she was like, I did not. She's like, I absolutely remember that. Monica had also said, so you're saying that if the kids don't go to church every week, then I'm a bad mom. And then they were talking about boundaries. And the things that I just didn't like about this, please don't talk about the 69 in front of your mom. Like, oh, that was horrifying. And then she told a story of how, I guess they were on the phone and her mom didn't realize that the phone hung up. And she was going to town about how much she hated her daughter and Monica, how much she hated Monica and F her and all this. Now, that's terrible because Monica was like, I have never said that about my daughters and I never would. But she's in the senior center and she's saying all this, like all these F words. And once again, Monica, read the room. You're at a senior center. Please, 2 things you don't bring up. Sex and cussing in a senior center. I mean, maybe don't do that anywhere. Like, don't do that in a senior center. And the Nana came over. She was like, no, dirty. Don't talk dirty like that. I agree, Nana. I agree. This is a super dysfunctional relationship between those two, between her and her mom. And lastly was Heather and Whitney. They went skiing. They talked about Jack's mission a lot. And Heather is wondering, like, why was I the last to know? You're probably the last to know because you wrote the book about Bad Mormon and you're not really a fan of the Mormon church anymore. And you're not really a great friend of Lisa's. Like, her and Lisa have not been friends. I mean, going back to the first season, they've never been like real close friends. Whitney says about the mission, she says, oh, that's good for Jack. And Heather's really confused because, and I can understand why, because Whitney, just the previous season, had left the church and was very, very excited about leaving the Mormon church. Plus, Heather is confused because she says he's selling a church to people who may not know what they're getting into. She says that the church is it's homophobic, it's very transphobic in that they basically just will not even acknowledge that trans people exist. They're sexist, they're bigoted, they have a racist past. And how can you let someone go out there and push this on people. And she said she feels like Heather is against her because she wrote this book. And she feels like, she thinks Lisa is going to, at least she thinks that, Heather thinks that Lisa, no, let's start over. Heather thinks that Lisa thinks that she's going to just go in there and try and change Jack's mind. She probably would, because she did write this book. I mean, she probably would. Listen, if he wants to do this and go on this mission, then that's his prerogative. I mean, I myself wouldn't do it, but once again, it's his prerogative. It's his life. And lastly, Whitney talks to her about Lisa's odd, overblown reaction to Angie being invited over to her to Heather's house and getting the apology. So that was that. So if you watched last night, let me know. Next week, let's see. Next week looks like it might be a barn burner. So if you watched, let me know what you thought. And if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there, and take care of one another. Please be aware, stay safe, and I will see you. You might not see me tomorrow because I will be watching 2 of the shows. So you may not see me tomorrow. And if not, I love you guys, and I will definitely see you on Friday. Bye, guys.